Hello ladies and gents and all the other people out there, and welcome to a sort of behind the scenes at PB Props. I'm currently working on this little TARDIS. It's going to be a hybrid. It was originally meant to be a screen accurate one, but things changed and now it's just a hybrid thing. But you've often heard me talking about the technology that I'm shooting on, and this is my Canon, what is it? It's a Canon 550D. It's fairly old technology and it does come at a cost. When I'm filming, I'm always filming completely blind because here's the screen and it doesn't flip out. And because obviously I'm working down here, I can't see myself, so that sort of slows things down. The other thing that is a bit of a pain in the backside with this thing is it doesn't have an autofocus. Not the autofocus that we're currently used to, where I can sort of be down here and then move up to here and hold something to the lens and it will automatically adjust. Nope, for me, I've got to press this button here. And when I do so, you get this very loud mechanical noise as this thing rotates around, and it is a bit of a pain in the bum. So what I tend to do is shoot manually a lot, but that has its own little problems. However, in the last few months, this lens has developed a fault where it just doesn't want to focus at all. So there is the question of me having to buy a new camera. Now I do have a camera in mind and it's going to cost quite a bit of money, which I have been saving for, but I can't quite justify it at the moment. The other issue you may not know about is I received this for my birthday last year, this new microphone, because previous to that the microphone on this is here, so you could never really hear me properly. This was supposed to end all that. Now, originally it seemed to work fine. However, something has cropped up that I didn't notice until I started editing the last few videos, and that is, it hums. Not all the time, just sometimes. I can be in the middle of a shot, and say that the shot is 3 minutes long. About a minute into it, this starts to hum, almost as if this cable here isn't shielded, so I'm not quite sure what that is. I have a slight suspicion that maybe it could be something to do with the fact that this is phantom powered. Now, if you don't know what phantom power means, it doesn't have an internal battery, and what it does via this cable, it takes its power from the main unit. It could be something to do with that, or it could just be a crap microphone, but I don't know. So I'm going to have to go and buy myself some new sound equipment, but that's quite pricey as well. What I've looked at is, for all the gear, it's about £1,000. Speaking of that sort of stuff, over here I got something for Christmas. It's a Zoom, is it a Zoom H6? I can't remember. So this here will be my new sound recording equipment. I'll be recording sound externally and then linking it up in the edit. However, I can't use it just yet because it has XLR. So there's 3.5mm jack, and the only way to get that into there is with a conversion. I don't have one of those. So for now, this little recording system is quite virgin, as is my little Dremel. I've got a Dremel finally after 11 years. My last one caught on fire twice after exploding. I was working on K9 at the time, so yeah, I'm just about to use it. So as I said, that one is a bit of a virgin piece. I've managed to work for the last few years with my other crappy little Dremel. It's a Dremel knockoff, and it's the sort that as soon as you apply it to anything, it gets and then sort of stalls out. Back to this TARDIS. I'm supposed to be converting this, and like an idiot, I ordered some stuff without actually looking at where it was coming from. So there's a lot of stuff I'm currently waiting for that is still in China. I just wish I'd looked at where it was located first before I ordered it, so I'm kind of stuffed at the minute. I can work on it, I have been working on it. It's just been lots of little bits that you really can't see. Just tiny little details. I've cut off this piece here. That was a bit of a brown alert there. New underwear was required, but the guy who I'm doing this for wants me to lower the sign boxes. So instead of them being up here, they're going to be further down, covering these little step pieces here. It's just what he prefers, so that's what I'm going to be doing. In other news, talking about new equipment, I don't know if you've noticed, but for the last few videos, you've actually been able to see what I'm doing. Yep, I've bought myself some lights. Got these just around Christmas. They are the, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's either newer or newer. I'm going to say newer just because it's easier, but it's the newer NL660, which means it's got 660 LEDs in here, which is quite nice. Now, I've been looking at these for quite a few months, if not almost a year, and quite a few of the online reviews were all about this thing here. It doesn't tilt. Well, it is on a tilt arm here, and you can sort of, I've got it locked off at the moment, you can tilt this unit, but what happens is these flaps get in the way of this bit, so it can no longer tilt. So lots of people are moaning about that, which is fair enough. But I always say, if you're going to buy something, usually you're going to add to it anyway. So what I did with this, as you can see, it comes with a stand. What was that? That was the acetone flexing in the cold. What I did was to add this little elbow joint here. It only cost, what, £12 I think it was. So rather than have this thing here jam against this, put a damn elbow on. It makes it so much better. In fact, I bought all this and that one over there as one kit. So it came with a light stand. However, I do believe that this light stand must have come with something else, because technically this and this don't fit terribly well, because I'm not going to explain why, but when you put that on the top of the stand here, it wobbles around a bit, even if you tighten it all up. So I might do a little bit of adjusting to that and cutting some bits off, but yeah. So for the last few videos, you've actually been able to see what I'm doing. Now, you might say, yeah, but you're in a conservatory. Look, you've got all that glass. And that's fine. However, in the winter, like it is now, you get lighting that is very similar to this. Actually, it's quite a decent day for light. But look, when you come up to it, it is in a bit of a shadow. Now, that's not too bad. So the ambient light in here during this time of year is decent-ish. However, it gets really bad during the summer, which is kind of contrary to what you think would happen. You know, summer, more light in here. Well, actually, that's not the case. I'm constantly in the shadow of that building there, that one there, and that causes this whole area to be in shadow. So, while all of this area here is in the dinge, that area out there is beautifully lit. Now, those of you who use cameras will know about contrast ratios and whatnot. What tends to happen is, if I adjust my exposure for in here, all of that out there goes absolutely bright, you know, burns out to almost white. And then here it will be sort of okay. Or if I expose for outside, that would be like that is today, and this will be pitch black. So yeah, I have been using those lights over the last few weeks. You've probably not noticed it, or maybe you have, I don't know. Leave comments in the old comments section if you have. So that's where we are technology-wise. I have been looking around at other bits and pieces that I need to buy, as I said, a new camera. Also some machines for basically working, you know, machines to help me in my work. I have calculated that I need to spend roughly £4,000 on tools. That's bench tools and also filming tools. And as I said, I can't quite justify it just yet, but I'm slowly saving the pennies. I'm also trying to move as well. We recently had a visit up north to look at a house, and it had a brilliant workshop. I mean, it was fantastic. I would have had so much space. However, I didn't like the area it was in, neither did my wife. The kids didn't really feel it. We just didn't feel the love, even though the house was really nice and the workshop was to die for. I mean, I could have got at least 5 or 6 TARDISes and multiple Daleks. There were outbuildings galore in this place. But no, unfortunately, we can't move there just because we know that we wouldn't have been happy. So it's back to life in here, which is fine. It's fine, you know. We carry on. Anyway, what other news is there? Well, let's go to the desk and have a look. Here we are, back at the desk, and subscribers, 969, so we're 31 away from reaching the 1,000. Now, I have talked about this before, but once I do reach the 1,000, I'm going to have to monetize the channel, so I do apologise about that, but I do need some extra revenue income. To be honest, at the beginning, I'm not going to be getting anything. I need to get a lot more subscribers. But I wish to really, from the bottom of my heart, thank everybody for subscribing thus far. I really do appreciate it. I'm really glad to be making stuff. I really do enjoy filming. I really do enjoy making my models and my props and what have you. And I'm glad that you seem to like it as well, enough to subscribe. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. However, yes, monetization, am I selling out? Well, no, I don't think so. The idea of monetization, if it gets successful, that is to plough money back into the production, so maybe I can make bigger and more exciting and better objects. You know, big props, maybe a Dalek or a TARDIS or something, and other non-Doctor Who things. But, you know, these are all plans for the future. I have talked before about Patreon, maybe that's an avenue to go down, and maybe a PayPal donation thing, but I really hate talking about that because the entire idea of that does seem a bit seedy, like you're kind of e-begging, but I've been told by many people now, don't see it like that, it's just to help. But anyway, so that's where we are, really. I'm going to call this quits now because I've gibbered on far too long, but as usual, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I am working on a video at the moment. In fact, I've got several videos in the pipeline. It's just finding time to sit down and edit them together. But thanks for sticking with me thus far, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.